Know that I do this to put an end to tragedies like yours. And if your sacrifice is necessary to my mission, then so be it.
Alright then, I think we can fix that. Oh, counter bitch! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. In today's series we're going to be taking on Death's Gambit, a 2D side-scrolling game which I haven't played for a while. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and if you have, or you will, remember to like my shit, subscribe to my shit, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe because I love to hear feedback and your comments in the comments section below. Now the musical score of this game is just friggin' awesome, and I'm really excited to show this game. This will be a bit of an experience for me too, but I've actually been holding off on playing this game because my controller is a little damaged. My right analog stick is just not going well, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I have actually tried to go through and play different characters just to see which one I like the most, and I think I've selected a class that I think is going to be good for especially newbies. And here they are here with the soldier class. Is pretty you know, great sword, pretty good little thing, but the blocking attacks gives you soul energy for your abilities. You've also got the assassin, quick and nimble. But the soldier actually comes with different stuff too, but you got the blood knight as well. Pretty good strength build if you're into that kind of stuff. We've also got the wizard. Always try to play the wizard. We've got the noble, which has got the halberd. He's got some reach and all that kind of stuff. The sentinel is actually pretty good, and it's probably the one I'm going to pick. You know, he's a master of arms. You can equip any weapon and shield as long as you have half the stats required. Parrying gives you soul energy to use for abilities. We've also got the acolyte of death. It was a bit of a toss-up for me between the blood knight, the sentinel, and the acolyte of death. He can actually repair like save points that you can get throughout the game before you fight bosses, so that's a very handy class to have. But I'm going to go with the sentinel just for the fact that you actually need half the abilities. Now when it comes to like a item, you can use a starting item. These are pretty much the ones you can use. Soul stones are not too bad, or the crystal bombs. I'm not quite sure what a rusty charm is, but if this is a Souls-like game, the rusty charm is just like a bit of a faking kind of thing. So Spellbinder's Aura, that's for obviously mages, so you don't have to worry about that. But the one I'm probably going to get is a Vardo's Helm, which actually gives you a bit more vitality. So let's start the game and let's go. I'm probably going to be giving like a bit of the over-the-top voiceover, so hopefully it'll be good.
Concealed in the fate of your men, I thought I'd do them a service.
My men, they're all...
Go back to Varos. You've an obligation to their families now.
So yeah, I'm going to give a bit of an over-the-top, voiceover. So as you can see, I'm actually pressing forward in circle, and I just keep jumping back.
Back so soon.
This pain, like I'm burning from the inside. The inside.
Used to it. This contract will resurrect you in service to me. Rest assured, your mind and actions will be your own. Though why you mortals insist in glorifying a self in return, you must do something for me.
What could I possibly do for you?
Give it time. For now, just sign here. In blood, of course.
Of course. Death's Contract. See, like I was saying before, my right analog stick is a bit on the fritz, and every time I try to move forward, sometimes it doesn't actually react on time, or doesn't actually react at all. Just before I tried to do a forward roll and I kept backstepping. So that's just one of the many problems I'm going to go through. That's why I've been trying to hold off from this game. I've got to get it repaired, but actually I think I can repair it myself. I just got to get the tools. I think there's like some screws on the back of the controller that I can't actually take off with the tools that I've got here. It's actually, I don't have a small enough screw, so as you can see there, I'm pressing forward and it keeps slowing down. So yeah guys, that's going to be a bit of a fuck up. That's why I've been trying to hold out. I have played this probably in the making of this walkthrough. I don't think I've finished the game, but I will come very damn close. And I just noticed that big D in the top left corner. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section, but I don't have a damn clue. Alright, and here we are at Gaians Cradle. Pretty much the down directional button to mount horses and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, you can do like a mid-air jump. If you jump and press like square on the PS4, you actually float in the air for a little bit. So we need to go up and get that item. So you actually need to jump onto the back of that big animal thingy there as well. So we're gonna have to head forward just to try and get onto that. I was kind of hoping I could jump on it from here. So yeah, like I was saying before, I probably haven't actually finished the game with another character that I'm using, but I will eventually, guys. Crown crow plumes, they're just like homeward bones if you've been played Dark Souls, or for Bloodborne I think they're bolt hunter's marks. Alright, now let's equip the bow, knock down that, and let this bit drop here just so that we can get the horse up here as well. But now we can actually jump onto the back of this thing and pick up the Leaf of Gaia. That pretty much restores your health to full health, so try not to use them as often as you can because they are quite rare, I guess you could say. Not rare, but at the same time, don't just go using them, you know, like you do with health potions and stuff. Now the health potions in this one are called plumes, and that thing there is just like an energy crystal, I think it is, just to power up that door. And these are like your save points or your bonfires or your lanterns in the Soulsborne series. I've actually picked the Sentinel for its longsword. It's actually a pretty good weapon, a good mixture of like speed and strength and reach, so that's pretty much why I picked the Sentinel as well. Now that thing up there we can get in a little bit, not quite now, but this is pretty much our first major fight against a pretty good enemy. The one thing I have to mention though is you can see on his backswing on his blade how it actually reaches in behind him. You can actually get hit by that, so be careful for that too, guys. I'll try and get this series out to you as quick as I can, but like I said before, with the analog being a bit buggered, I'll try and see what I can do. Don't think I can die, actually.
Eluding death gives you a god complex, I see. If you intend to squander your life, go right on ahead. I'm sure your men are eager to see you. But should you think twice, take one of these. They're restorative plumes.
Pretty much a healing ability.
Your return to Vados. Consider it the last kindness I offer you.
Not sure burning me alive is a kindness. I know it's over the top, guys, and I'm sorry, but I just can't help myself. So feather gained. These plumes actually restore your health, like I said before, just like you know, elixirs or Estus and all that kind of stuff in Dark Souls. I know I keep referring this game back to Dark Souls, and it isn't. It does stand alone by itself, but at the same time, it doesn't. I'm going to stick one. This is actually increasing my strength. I like to run around with 2 plumes at once. If you're really good at this game, you can run around with 1. The less you hold on you, the more powerful your attacks become. So, oh, Pad of Greaves. I better put my helmet on too, shouldn't I? So as you can see, it increases my stats when you put armor and all that kind of shit on. Chuck up your shield, whack him a few times, and you're pretty much done with that guy. And watch out for these dudes lying on the ground too. They're just waiting to get up and attack you. We need to head to this left side first. So got another shield guy. Put up your shield and then you press like your secondary weapon attack, which is R2, and he throws out a kick to bump off that shield. Press the wrong one there. One thing to actually watch in this game is your stamina. It's actually come real handy in this one. Zealot's Cape, very nice. That was one of the starting things you could pick. Actually, no, was it? No, it wasn't. Oh, it could have been, I can't remember. Anyway, we'll put on this one as well. Gives you +4 vitality. And this wooden Taj is not bad. It is F toughness and it only requires 2 strength, but the shield I've got now is a lot better. And we're going to get one soon as well that's even better than the one we've got, so... Fucking assholes. Oh, and it's like his aim is spot on every time. Oh my god, die here. Also too, if you die you actually go into a different cutscene too, so better watch out because I might die. You actually go into like a certain cutscene where it shows what happened in the past and all that kind of stuff. So if you die a certain amount of times, then yeah, so... And that's just like the if you wanted to read there the death contract description. It's pretty good, you know. It's one of those things, it's like, I can't remember what to compare it to because I don't know what it's called, so pretty much if you use this then you become mortal, so you have to be careful of that. We'll go through that later on, but next up we have to go up here and pick up a couple of things too. There's actually an item right there, and I tell you what, platforming, especially when you have a shitty analog, is really hard. Like, I tried to jump forward just then. So hopefully by the time I get up my second video, it'll actually be, you know, good. Now, fragile courage is really good. It ups your vitality. As you can see, my health has just shot up a lot. The only downfall to it is that once you die it breaks, so try not to die when you've got the fragile courage on, even if you have to switch up those auras. For this part of the game it's actually probably really good to have on, just because you've got such low health. So hopefully this does happen. I'll try not to die, guys. I can't guarantee I won't. I'm not going to blame the analog if I die, because I know there is going to be 1,000 deaths in this. I just can see it happening. I've actually found these earlier game bosses harder than the later game bosses. Some of the bosses are easy as piss, but some of them are actually really hard. And the ones that I found the hardest, to be totally honest, are the earlier bosses, only because we're not leveled up. We don't have a shit ton of health and all that kind of jazz. So, and here is the second energy crystal, or cube, whatever you want to call it. The guys have come here to try and stop us. Now, as you can see up the top corner there, it says that I have energy to use. So these are like special moves. I'm just gonna wait for him to attack and then hit him back. Now, that's probably one of my favorite moves, to be totally honest. I like the whole slamming down type thing, so come on, son. Oops. Stamina's low. Oh damn, I missed him twice. Ow! Boom. And you also, once you use your abilities, some abilities actually give you the chance to if you look at the top right there, your longsword damage increased by 25%. So the more you use your abilities, you actually get passive increases as well. So just be aware of that when you're picking your abilities to use. It is good to have a secondary weapon, but at the same time you have to actually change up your abilities to suit your secondary weapon. Now, I've got a bow here to start with. There is a second bow I need to get. It's a cinder bow that I will have, but I'm not quite sure what I want to use for my secondary weapon. A lot of people have, like, I think it's a good option to have a long range weapon. I'll go one, so I can go up there. I might just put them all on strength, to be honest. But yeah, it's actually good to have a long range option as well. But you can also change it up if you really need to. Sometimes what I do is I'll have a bow handy, and when I get to certain areas I'll change up my weapon to something else. Like, I don't mind the greatsword, to be honest. The axe is pretty cool as well. So hopefully this is what I meant to do before, because I know I was getting hit a lot because that bloody right analog just was not playing game. As you can see, it's doing it again right now. God damn it, that's annoying, man. But I think I'll be alright. Oh shit, little bastard almost got me. But like I said before, there are going to be plenty of this in this game. I can just see it now. And there's actually another item. I think it's a book. I did jot down some notes to see when I first ran through this. Jot down some notes, I should say, of just, you know, go-to items and all that kind of stuff, weapons that I found along the way. I think that a lot of the items and weapon drops that got to do with, like, if you want to check out what the description says, you can just check there. I think a lot of the drops are just like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where it's just luck. You might not actually get a certain drops against certain enemies, so. Now I know you can see me killing that guy. He is an NPC. He sells pretty silly items. It's like items that hurt you. They're pretty dumb, but he keeps coming back, so don't worry about killing him as well. So You'll see later on. Alright, we're back to a familiar spot. You guys might recognize this. And I wanted to touch on the plumes that you can put on and take off. Again, it is totally up to you how many you want to put on, but the less you hold, the more powerful your attack becomes, so just be aware of that. Like I said before, I tend to carry 2 on me at all times. There are other areas where I might hold more, but we'll see how we go. Oh, broke my shield. I knew that was going to happen. Oh man, I should have just jumped over and killed him first. Now watch out for these areas here. Got some enemies. You just got to try and stay away from his fire as often as you can. I'll try and avoid being attacked and killed too, so put his ass down real quick. Some more padded greaves, gotta get this one up here. Oh, come on, man. We'll just wait for that bloody phoenix again, just try and get up here real quick before he comes back. Reinforced helm's not bad. I've already got the Vardos helm, but just in case you're wondering what it was, or just in case you didn't pick the Vardos helm as your starting item, so... Oh, you bastard. It's good to be almost poisoned. Then we're going to go fight one of these knights again too, but as you can see he has like a something going on there. You can actually get that thing that he has slicing in around him. Oh shit. Obviously wherever it says skulls, be aware that that's where the attack is going to drop. Pretty simple shit to be honest guys, but hopefully you guys don't have very much troubles with it. Oh, just missed me. And then we got that jaw, as you can see, doing some damage with that longsword. And having that 25% increase is good, so just remember to jump off to the left there and get the Covenant Shield, which is what I'm going to switch up now. B toughness, so we actually consume less health when we're being attacked, so... Oh, I should have gotten the actual... Actually there is a feather just here too guys. So then we can hold even more feathers, so once you pick up that feather you can actually change it up too to try and increase your strength a bit more. I think it's at an extra 110%, so... Well, an extra 10% I should say. But these boxes you actually have to beat down first before you can open it up, so... As you can see, I'm doing it quite easily. And we get the Aura of Blood. It's pretty much like the Fragile Courage. It pretty much set, if your health stays above 70%, I think it is, you actually sap some of their health too, so... But that's only if it's above 70%, so we'll switch this one up too. Put one more on there, so we got 120% increased damage and still holding 2 plumes at the same time. Might as well level up again. We gotta get some health on us, man, we got such low health. We can go up in 2 more times, so I might... Fuck it, we'll just go straight up strength, why not? Gonna need some of that power, y'all. Now we'll just proceed on through the level. I'm not quite sure where I should cut this off. Maybe I'll fight the boss and then probably end it there. As you can see, this actual longsword has some pretty good light greaves, nice. Throw them straight on. As you can see, that gives me +4 vitality, and this one actually gives me +2 strength and finesse, so not bad at all. It depends on what you want to go for. But I'd rather have the increase in health and finesse as well, just to increase the strength of my weapon too, so we need to head on off this way, and then we come up against our first mini-boss. So let's see how we go. I love that endless boss.
An explanation for another time.
She looks cool, even for a side-scrolling game.
Thanks, my enemy. I trust you won't disappoint. For your sake.
You're a survivor, are you not? It is not too late. Return from whence you came.
There's no one left to return to.
You're not the only orphan of war, but perhaps you'll be the last. Know that I do this to put an end to tragedies like yours, and if your sacrifice is necessary to my mission, then so be it.
Okay, so I can fix that actually. We'll see how we go. Boom! Counter, bitch! Take that! Already down to a quarter health already. Oh, now it's my turn to get my ass kicked. Oh fuck, she keeps like... Oh, counter again, bitch! Boom!
Your meddling will have dire consequences.
Oh, you're just jealous you got your ass kicked. Obviously, parrying in this game is just OP. Now I've unlocked the talent point, so I'm going to just go Sentinels. My parrying gives you soul energy to be used for abilities, so you can pretty much get a massive chunk of soul energy to power up all the moves that you have. So, and this is the final energy cube, or energy crystal, or whatever you want to call it. And it opens up that door right at the beginning of the level to make our way to the Rider's Passage to fight the Owl King. But before we go any further, we need to actually jump properly. I can go straight up. Now I don't think I've used the plume now. If you have a look at opening this chest, if you've actually used the plume, we actually get a new plume called a quickened plume as you go through the game. This one actually does 170 health, and that only does 120. Now obviously this is the superior one, but if you read the description it actually tells you what else it does. Like some of them gives you stamina increase, other ones give you like you know, stamina regen quicker and all that kind of shit, but just read them. Actually quite good. So we'll pick up the marksman aura too, so if you want to increase the damage of your bow, chuck that one on if you're that class. I think it actually drains less stamina, I think, I can't remember, but anyway, we'll head back to where the horse was. I think it's up here, wasn't it? Or am I going the wrong way? I think I am. Wait. Jeez, I can't even remember. We'll rest here first. Might as well just to replenish anything we'd... I usually heal a lot in these games. I found this game to actually be a lot harder than I thought it would be, so... actually... I think I am going the wrong way. I think we can just go back to this way, I think. Yeah, I think we just jump down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right way. Now I'm forgetting where the bloody go. Yeah, the horse is down here, isn't he? Yeah, I think we're going the right way. Alright, now we're going to head into the Rider's Passage, which is just like one big like zooming thing. I think we'll rest here first, because wherever you die you go back to where you rested, so I don't want to rest, if I die I don't want to go back all the way up there, unless we go to some place which is really really close. Also, when you're going through the Rider's Passage there is actually a bell that is coming up, and if you ring it, then that bell back there, then your horse actually turns up there too, so be aware of that. We're actually not doing too bad. I've got the plume, yep. Picked up that thing, or did I... Oh, that way up there. Just let you guys know what's up here, just in case you were wondering what it was. It's just the actual dead-end door that we'll actually unlock later on in the walkthrough. A lot later on probably, but we'll see how we go. Depending on which way I want to go, because like I said before, I haven't actually finished the game, but I'm pretty confident I can put out a decent walkthrough for you guys to help all the new people out there. So it was probably a waste of time resting at that other one, so we'll go down here real quick and pick up the Forgotten Gaian, another tomb. I think we're going to go and fight the Forgotten Gaian maybe in the next episode. We'll see how we go. Go through this way. And we're heading into our first actual boss fight called the Owl King. Now if you collect their tombs, you actually get, as you can see up the top right, 10% more damage. So I collected both tombs, and I have 10% extra damage. But you only have it for a certain amount of time. As you can see, it's like 600 seconds, which is plenty. Come on, Owl Boy. As you can see there, you can just like dodge straight through his attacks if you really need to. Oh fuck, but you just have to watch out, man, because he takes off so much of your health. Shit. I think this might come back on me. Nope, not today. Boom! He doesn't like that, does he? And he actually changes up his attacks too, so be careful of that. As you can see, we're doing some major damage to this guy. Watch out for your stamina consumption too, because that can actually play a big toll on this. Oh fuck. As you can see, I tried to roll onto him and I rolled backwards, so... and it actually saved my life. He's not really too hard, guys, but if I don't watch out, I'll probably die. Nice, take that. Immortal defeated! And we'll mount the horse and bugger off. I only just won that, guys. Jeez. Jeez. Down there is actually a place where, depending on how many times you die, this place will actually be filled up with your corpse, and it gets to a certain part where there'll be a big pile of your corpse, so you can actually run up there and grab all that stuff. Now there's some pretty good stuff up there, so don't be afraid of dying. Like if you fight the Owl King and you die about 10 times, don't worry about it. Like one of the main things that plays on people's minds is dying or losing their souls or whatever the hell it is, you know, especially in the Soulsborne's game. I'm gonna die thousands of times, guys. I ain't no professional at this. I've got Winding Heal as another ability. Pretty good ability. It actually puts bleed on people, but yeah, don't worry about dying, guys. Like I'm gonna die hundreds of times in this game. Like seriously, I'm not very good at this game, to be honest, but I think I have decent enough skill and ability to actually show you guys a good route. And here's the main hub, Central Sanctuary. Has all the NPCs here and all that kind of stuff, the shops, so pretty cool looking place, and it just looks absolutely awesome. And as you can see, this is like the journals and stuff you can grab and all that shit, so options, and it's just scrolling through all your kind of stuff. So as you can see, we didn't do too bad in that little fight there, but I think I might just, you know, end it around about this time, because we went through the whole first part of the game. It seems like my analog is still holding out, but at the same time it's actually not. I wish I could show it, but anyway, guys, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. As you can see, this is a new move. Dash forward to deal damage with some bleed and all that kind of stuff. And bleed is always good to have on. So reclaim is just like when you die and you don't want to go and find your plume. It's good when you're exploring, but if you're fighting a boss as well, you want to be careful. We shall see how we go. As you can see, just some strength and vitality, and I might just leave it about there, guys. Well, I'll try and get the second video out as fast as I can, but if you did like this video, guys, you want to see more, remember to like my shit, subscribe to my shit, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, because I'd love to hear your feedback and your comments in the comment section below. I am your host, Noisy Boy. Thanks for coming on by, and as always, guys, stay noisy.